you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Bulldog here with another Splinterlands video. Today we're going to talk about energy capture rate, and this video is intended for beginners because it's one of the most common questions we see early on. But I'm finding out that a lot of veteran players actually don't fully understand energy capture rate either. So it can be a little complicated. So we're going to talk about what it is and how you should manage it when you're doing your battles. So what is it? Energy capture rate determines the percent of the EC rewards you get from playing a ranked battle. So after you play a ranked battle, you might see a screen like this. It's got that little info section over here next to your DEC rewards. You see I'm getting 101. And it's going to tell you a bunch of different factors. Sometimes it's hard to get over, but there we go. Capture rate is number one at the top. So my capture rate right now is 93.78%. That means that I am getting 93.78% of my max DEC rewards. So as that goes up to 100%, I will get more. As I play more battles, it will go down and I will receive less. So how does it recharge? How does it drain? That's a very important thing to understand. So it's going to charge at a rate of 25% per day or 1.04% per hour. So you can play, so if you're at 75%, it's going to take you one full day for it to charge up. If you drain it all the way down to 0, which you can't technically get to 0, as we'll get to in a second, but theoretically, if you were at 0, it would take you 4 days to recover your rate here. So that's the longest that it would take. How does it drain? It drains at 1% per battle, but it's 1% of your current energy capture rate. So it can never get to 0 because you're never going to drain 100% of it. If you're at 100% and you do a battle, it takes 1%. If you're at 50% energy capture rate and you do a battle, it's going to go to 49.5%. It's going to take 0.5%. And this is kind of the part I think a lot of people didn't understand. I didn't understand for a while that it drains slower the lower your rate gets. So how does that determine how you manage ECR? So the big thing is never let it get to 100%. So if it gets to 100%, you are wasting potential DEC. You could be doing battles. But the big thing is that low energy capture rate does not hurt you as long as you're doing battles. At least in kind of a big picture type of way. So yes, if your energy capture rate is at 50%, you're only getting 50% of your potential rewards, but your ECR is draining at half the speed. So it just means, so if you're at 100% and you do a battle, it drains 1% and you get 100% of your rewards. If you're at 50%, you only get half the rewards, but it only drains half the ECR. So you can still get the same amount of rewards for draining 1% of your ECR, but you just have to do 2 battles. So you have to play more to get those dark energy crystals. So as long as you're playing enough battles, a low energy capture rate doesn't necessarily hurt you. So that's kind of one thing to keep in mind, is that if you guys want to play, keep playing. Now I don't necessarily recommend draining your ECR, your energy capture rate, all the way down to 10% or whatever, because then it's you're gonna have to play a lot of battles to get in your same dark energy crystal rewards. But if you want to play the game, go play the game. It's not going to hurt you. A lot of people feel like they have to stop. Oh, my energy crystal, my energy capture rate. Sorry, let's get this term right. Energy capture rate is at 50%. I need to stop playing for 2 days so it can recharge, and you don't necessarily have to do that. Now, one thing that could factor in are things like your rentals, for example. If you're going to rent a bunch of stuff on a certain day or whatever, it might be better to have a higher energy capture rate on the day that you're renting out a lot of cards, so that you can take better advantage of those rentals. So I mean, things like that can certainly come into play and can determine how you want to manage your rate here, your ECR. But it's not, you guys don't have to look too much into this. A lot of people are getting too obsessed over their ECR, and they don't necessarily need to. So big picture is, don't worry about it too much. If you want to play the game a bunch, play the game a bunch. It just, what this is doing is it's making it so that people that play 100, play 500 battles a day aren't taking all of the dark energy crystals. So the more you play, the less you get per battle, so that it can be spread out and that people aren't forced to play 200 battles a day if they want to compete and get their max crystals or anything like that. So that's what that's what the energy capture right here is doing. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that clears some things up. If not, let me know. Come to my Discord. As always, come to my Discord, ask questions, and we're certainly happy to help you. So thank you guys so much. Hopefully this helped. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'll be seeing you around.